Well, okay, activating air flap.
I dropped it. Get him.
Jump.
One away, two away, three away.
You got it. I thought my parachute failed.
Can you control it?
Pilots, paratroopers, and ground personnel, welcome to an update preview of the Foxhole Airborne update.
Myself and a few other content creators from the Foxhole community were kindly invited to come try out and see for ourselves some of the new mechanics, vehicles, and equipment for the upcoming Airborne update for Foxhole. Now for this preview, we were basically given some tours of some of the basic aircrafts and aircraft functions. However, if you've seen the dev stream, you know that the Airborne update contains a lot, and I mean a lot more content than just the planes. But for the purposes of this preview, we'll be sticking with the aircraft. However, if you know this channel, you know that before the Airborne War starts, I'll be there to cover the update in absolutely excruciating detail. I've also got a couple of shorts coming out this week featuring the aircraft and some other footage that I've been given permission to release as well. So, be sure you're subscribed for that.
Pilot to crew, this is the captain. It's been 10 years of Foxhole, and almost 10 years that I've been covering Foxhole. This air campaign has been supported solely through ads. I don't do Patreon, I don't do YouTube memberships, but I do thank you for the support over the years, and your continued support through the ads going forward.
Reminder for this build that the balance is not final, probably not even close to final, honestly, so don't take what you see in this footage as final balance numbers or anything. If you have any questions about flying or the flight mechanics or some of the aircraft, I can try to answer them in the comments down below. And a reminder that Dev Branch is not immediately after Dev Stream, that is to say, right now. At the time of recording, we've been notified that it should be around Tuesday of next week. So that would be January 20th. And you can bet that I'll be on Dev Branch quite a bit. So feel free to stop by and say hi.
Now heads up, the target's in sight. Let's get to that update preview.
So try to find enemies.
Come on,
If
let's
any
go.
of the-
Let's go.
With the devs, if you want to fly around it, way ahead of you.
It
Nailed
actually is amazing. I mean, I feel pretty safe on the wing.
I got to turn though a little bit, so
Go for it.
And toward that end, you'll see here we've got an airframe that is fully disassembled, and this is basically what the aircraft will look like when it's first constructed. The large items or the aircraft parts are on the back of this train. You could drive it straight up to the aircraft, and you'll see it get assembled steadily with each part that I submit. So here's the first part. All right, there you go. So the bomber is now fully assembled, but it's not fully ready for flight. You would still need to arm this with machine gun ammo as well as bombs. You can't just walk up to an airfield and have everything just there for you. The idea here is that you're building a facility, or you're building a logistics core that maintains these aircraft, repairs them, and rearms them. So the small tracks would be a part of that. We're going to attempt to bomb the town Alchemia Estate to the far southwest. We're going to take off. And then push F to pull in your wheels. All right, and we're going to swing left.
That's a sight of the Isles you don't get to see every day.
And if you see enemy fighters, feel free to shoot them down. If you push M, you'll notice that there are some radar stations set up on this map, so you can see the fighters coming in.
Fighters on our 6. Call out those targets.
That's sick.
It's coming back around port side. No, wait, starboard.
Did you say you opened the bombs?
So if you're in the bomber seat, it's F to open the bomb bay doors,
Okay.
and then hold down left click to drop bombs. So right below us, you'll see the the radar stations. Those are going to be critical structures. Oh, hold on to your bombs. We're not quite over the town. So make sure once you're empty of bombs, push F to close the bomb bay doors again. Because having those doors open creates drag, which makes it harder for the aircraft to pilot.
Nope. We're not a V2, he's trying to tip us.
Alright, so in order to land the aircraft, again, I'm expecting to repeat this several times when you guys get a chance, but just so that we've at least gone over this once. You'll want to push F to put your wheels down. You'll want to hold, and then you'll want to throttle down with the mouse wheel, and you'll want to descend to about 30 meters to start. So a couple ways to descend. You can push W to descend the aircraft normally, like you would expect, but another way to do it is to hold down right-clicked and hold shift. And what this will do is dive the aircraft towards your cursor. And this is really useful for strafing runs, but also for landing. So all you'd have to do is point the aircraft at the runway, hold shift, and then the aircraft would steadily descend toward it. Which is what we're gonna do here. You'll want to descend to a lower altitude first, because when you're diving, you increase speed. So you want to descend to a low altitude so that you're not increasing speed as you're trying to slow down, as you're trying to land on the runway and stop. So right now it looks about perfect. So I'm going to hold shift and right click, and my aircraft is going to descend towards my cursor, which I'm pointing at the airfield. Oh, I forgot to put the wheels down. There. And then hold space bar for brake, as you might expect. All right, and there we are. That's our first bombing run done. Any questions on that so far?
Where do they stow the barf bags on the plane?
Is there a collision? It looks like it.
So wait, who's got the torpedo? Oh, the scout plane.
Yeah, the mini torpedo ammo. Does that go after the destroyer?
No. So that's more for killing smaller ships. It's it's not a full torpedo.
Gotcha.
But to fire that one off, you'll need to fly low. If you're too high and you drop the torpedo, it will explode on the surface. You cannot drop it on a ship; it won't do anything. You have to fly low to the surface. The second pilot fires it with left click, and then it will skim the surface until it hits the target. But there's a real physics there, or similar physics, simulated physics there. So if you drop it from a high height, it will descend underwater first and then come back up a little bit later. So you can't. If you drop it too close to a ship, you might see it go under the ship.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
With the devs, if you want to fly around in planes and get the targets, that'd be great.
Way ahead of you.
Have a second seat.
All right, Moy, give it a hard bank. Let's see how grippy the wing is. Ah! About that grippy. Okay, noted. Whoa, I submerged really deep into the water on that. Nope. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to back up. I can't swim that far out.
Yeah, I'll come around.
No! Stop trying to shoot me! Boy, I need rescue. Enemy fighters are trying to
Got
kill me
it.
while I'm in the water.
Oh, I get baked in a little too hard.
Oh shit, no! No! Alright, which dev did I piss off to have that done to me like that? But what about stealing enemy aircraft? Is that a possibility?
If you can, it would not be hard or easy, I should say, to maintain because you can't make the parts. The parts themselves are faction specific.
Ah,
Oh,
right.
nice.
Interesting.
Oh. Bomber sighted. Get him, boys.
Sorry, what was the question about the crashing? I missed it.
There is crashing. That was my question.
Oh yes, oh yes. You
Okay.
can crash into the ground and things. You'll if you want to give that a try, you'll notice that it damages the part that you crash. So if you crash into your wing, you might lose a wing.
Is the runway clear?
Whoops.
I'm gonna attempt to land.
Yeah, the runway is clear. At least it looks like it to be.
So lower.
So in order to perform a landing, I'll give this one more time. Or
Oh,
I'm sorry, I was blocking the runway. My bad. My bad. My bad.
remember to wheels up when you're in here.
Land. Nailed it.
Did you take off, boy dog?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, great. Glad we got that.
I bailed out of where Freak was, so that was.
Did I make it harder for you or worse? I'm
yes,
sure.
yes, don't worry. I'm learning how to be a Top Gun here.
So I guess something to explain.
Oh, sorry.
When
Sorry,
you
you're
guys are
trying to take
shooting
him down.
So when you guys are shooting down that bomber, it is not just a block of health. You actually want to shoot specific aircraft parts. So if you shoot its wing will become damaged. Losing parts or having parts become damaged will make the aircraft harder to fly. For example, if you lose a tail, you'll lose elevator control. You're just going to start pitching up and down dramatically. There is some auto balance to try to keep the plane level, but most of the control is in your hands. So if you lose a tail and you pitch up and you've got no elevator control, you might just do a full flip. And what's more, because the uniforms are valuable too, if the aircraft is going to go down, say it just doesn't have enough lift and it's going down steadily, you might want to bail out, use a parachute and like sail to the ground to try to save yourselves.
Whoops.
Are you making this bumper cars, Bear?
No, I'm not trying to. Bomber going down.
Kind of expecting on the battlefield just to see random bodies falling from the sky. every
Yeah.
now and then.
Oh, yep, there it goes. Just going into the water.
Oh god, I got 2 fighters on my 6.
Yeah, I feel like I finally am starting to understand the altitude, like when you're fighting. It's very odd at first, but you kind of just get.
Oh shit! No.
Yeah, the trick is to gauge their altitude is to just compare their line to yours. So you kind of need to like look at your line once in a while.
That makes sense.
Aiming helps, I find. Aiming down sights helps to judge whether or not you have the height or not.
Yeah.
Because if you're too low, you will have fully white lines. If you are above, it will basically aim down and go red. It's in intersection.
Yeah, exactly.
Mayday, mayday!
Which
This is I saw a bear, I
takes
lost my
getting
tail, I'm
used
going
to,
down!
But at least it's a relatively okay gauge.
Oh, there we go.
And
Alright. Is that frigate still out there?
Yes, it's now west of the Colonial Island.
Just to the Colonial. Okay.
Okay, hell on. Yeah, air flaps are working for me.
Oh, yes, it wasn't working for me.
Oh, odd.
But
Okay.
I can do. I can do my tires here and everything. So I don't know.
All right. Well, let's just run with it. Remember,
We'll go.
get us a lot of altitude. We'll be coming in pretty steep.
Okay.
Wheels up.
Start off real high. Wheels are up.
Excellent.
I think I'm hitting the altitude limit here. I think I see the visual on the frigate. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, double negative. I was incorrect, apparently. There he is.
You sunk my battleship.
Direct front. Hang on. We'll have to do a different pass.
Okay.
I mean, you can just bomb without having to do the dive bomb, but come on, we want to be cool.
We're getting shot.
Yeah, I'm on him. Okay, climb.
Climbing.
And down. Activating air flaps.
Yep.
Get him.
Get him.
Oh, that's F. That's F for the...
Oh, there it goes.
Well, okay, releasing air flap. We'll have to go in again.
Alright, we'll try that again.
Okay, turn a little left. Okay, hold here. Oh,
Trying. I'm getting shot.
activating air flap. Go, go, go. Dive, dive, dive.
I dropped it.
Ah,
Did we get him?
close miss.
Does the Warden bomb not have retractable gear? Because I'm missing like an up arrow in the UI.
Correct. The landing gear is fixed in the Warden bomber.
So I do not have to retract it, or I do have
Need
to
more
retract
altitude.
it to put bombs.
I'm trying.
You
It's all good. It's all good. We're
You
missing
do
a
not
part of the
have to
wing, but
retract
don't
it.
worry too much about that. Okay,
Oh.
we're on target. We're on target. Ready, set, activating air flap. Now.
Diving.
Direct hit. Good
that
hit.
Seems like a perfect hit. Now, how many of those to sink it?
Quite a
I'm out.
few. But
Yeah,
the dive
already-
bombs do hull damage to ships, I believe.
correct me if I'm wrong, Max, but do dive bombers have increased chances to disable subsystems?
They have an increased chance to disable turrets, yes. So the goal for the dive bombers, again, balance is really like ballpark right now, so we're just testing this. But
Shoot
the
him.
idea is that dive bombers, you want to try to.
He's
target
closing on us.
response valve.
Do some maneuvers. Ship
Do we
sighted,
have
ship
a Warden
sighted.
scout plane?
Get your altitude now while you can. Bombs away.
Oh, nice. You hit it. Is it, like, if you just go right above it, I mean, do you actually have to dive bomber? Like, or
You
can
don't
just
have
regular-
to, but it reduces the chance of like your bomb passing over it too far.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a skip bomb. Ah, missed.
There's a lot of targets at the Warden town. If anyone wants to check that out.
Sounds like Mark wants us to bomb the Warden town. All right, I'm going for bomber.
I mean, it's up to you. It's just it's there if you want to practice.
Eject. How do we eject?
Only if you have a parachute. Shift X. Hold on, try to maintain her steady. I don't have a parachute.
I don't either. I just want to see me fly out of the plane, though.
Pull up! Pull up!
Requires parachute. Requires parachute. Okay, so you can't eject if you don't have a parachute.
Wait. So are you allowed to board a plane whilst encumbered, but then it'll just fail if you bail out that way?
Yep.
Amazing. I love it.
Oh, wait. I don't know if I grabbed the parachute.
Yeah, Max, maybe you want
And
to
use the
explain the
runway.
parajumping procedure before we're in the air?
Nah, it's fine.
No, you just
You'll
jump
figure it
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert, you are
God.
missing a parachute.
There we
you
go.
Okay. I just don't want to die on the ramp. I just don't want to die on the ramp.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's good safety procedures. All right. All right. Ramps up, please. Everybody's in.
Everybody looks in.
Ramp is blocked. Please clear the area close to the rear of the plane, and then I can raise the ramp.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So everybody take a seat before we take off. Keep your hands and feet inside the aircraft at all times. All right, here we go.
Turn off your cell phone. Thank you very much.
Put them in airplane mode, please.
Wheels up. All right.
All right. So now that we're in the... Once we're level, you are allowed to get out of your seat. You can't walk around the aircraft. So you can go ahead and do that now. You'll notice that if I tilt the aircraft too much, that it will force you back into your seat. That's just to prevent you from sliding off. But I'm going to try not to let that happen here. So there's no parachute button. Once we get over the town, you guys are just going to jump out the back.
Oh, so it is like static line.
And if he says it. No, I don't.
I
don't
missed the
trust that.
town, so give me a
See,
second.
the light is red, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Keep your seats. Don't you know the procedure? No, when the lights are flickering, that means we're about to go down.
Only
No, that's when there's flames coming out of the plane. All right. Ramps open, please.
No, don't go too soon. You'll hit the water.
Yeah, right.
Ramp is blocked. Please clear the
Oh.
area near the
Scoot
rear.
up,
Oh,
scoot up.
step away from the ramp.
Maybe you gotta get past the light.
Move to the front of the aircraft.
Okay.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, jump, jump, jump.
One more.
1 away, 2 away, 3 away.
Dear God, I thought my parachute failed.
Can you control it? Can I, like, control the speed of it?
No, you cannot.
Oh, I landed on the roof.
You're already bloody.
Well, yeah,
like
I fell off the
subject to the
goddamn
wind.
roof.
All right, cover the house, cover the house.
So what these paratrooper uniforms will do is when you jump out of the aircraft, you actually have a 30-minute invulnerability to intel coverage. So for 30 minutes, they can't see you on a radar.
Oh, interesting. Oh shit, that's good.
Backline, so
You
try
can still
to
get
prevent-
shot by AI and stuff, though, right?
Yes, you can.
Is the paratrooper uniform restricting what people can carry? So can they like bring mortars, satchels, and
I
heavy
think the only
charges?
restriction is that they can't carry large items.
So, what can we do to drop a CV?
As the pilot, if I reverse now, will I pick you up like a snow shovel?
I mean, you could try it. I'm curious.
I anticipate.
I got picked up. Good, hang on.
And then you fall off
So-
the ramp and die.
Go forward a little bit.
What's the first, I guess,
picked me up.
strip thing that you can build?
All right, troops. We're gonna land in Alchemio Estate. Not all of us might make it, but we'll do our best job. All right, everyone up into the craft.
Everybody in?
Ignore that body off to your left, guys.
Brett, can you pull onto the runway? Ramp is blocked till we're on the runway.
It always makes me think of Attack on Titan. Jump out, turn into Titan.
All right, I expect the pilot will also tell us red light, green light, and all the stuff. I guess since I'm jump lead, I'll actually stand at the door, but I won't jump until the end.
That sounds suspicious, Bear. You're
Yeah.
not jumping.
I can't remember, is jump leader? Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out later. I'll go watch Band of Brothers again.
Leaders jump first, Bear.
Yeah, I need a push
Or please.
mechanic in this game. Can I push them
Jump
out?
master than the leader, yeah, it's a different one.
Okay, that's town. All right, everyone stand up. Hook up.
clear the rear door, so
Clear the rear
dash should
door.
be open. It'll be
Okay.
obstructed.
Ramp is blocked. There we go.
Rear door is clear.
Jump, jump, jump.
Joe, Joe, go! Go, go, go!
I'm stuck.
Right into the drink.
Well, I was hoping people were gonna go past me. God.
The crack team of paratroopers. we got.
Great in the air, not so much in the water.
I think we're gonna call it at that. And
Thank you.
All right.
yeah, thanks
Thank you,
again
guys.
for coming up for this.
All right, that does it for this update preview. Thanks for sticking with me through it, and brace yourselves for a lot more Airborne content in the coming days and weeks. The update video should drop before the Airborne update is officially out, and I will definitely be doing some long 10 or 12 hour streams the day of the Airborne update and further beyond, so stay tuned for that.
And as always, good luck, keep your bomb sights on target, and stick with the flight lead. Bear out.
Keep the nose down! Let's get this fire out! The fire's out! Pull! Pull up! Fighter's 12 o'clock! Dead ahead!
It's a hell of an observation mission, Major.
Are they all like that?
You wonder what to tell your guys? Don't say anything. I'll figure it out. We all do.